Good afternoon, all of you. So we begin with today's lecture. So yesterday we had seen about fiber splicing. Okay, so little bit introduction. What is splicing and what actually splicing is nothing separating. Many times hearing the word students forget what the teacher has taught and then they say splice matlab kaat diya. Okay, it is cutting. Okay, it is not cutting, it is joining. Splicing of a fiber is joining of a fiber. So it is actually a permanent join. So that I can do using fusion splicing, the one which is widely used, and also mechanical splicing. So I will have a particular device. Okay, through that particular device in the form of a tube, okay, or an elastic protruding, we will be joining these two fibers. Then we will see connectors also later on. So we have fiber connectors. So on some principle, the connectors work, and then that is a temporary connection. Okay, so the learning outcome of today's lecture will be you will understand the process of fiber fusion splicing, and also if time permits, there are we will try to finish 2 of the mechanical splicing. So we have 4 of the mechanical splice and 1 fusion splicing. Now before I actually show you the video, I will little bit brush up on the theory, so that once you know the theory, so you can relate. Okay, the person is doing the demonstration video, whatever I will show you, so you can relate the person is doing or joining or following this particular procedure. So a definition: a permanent joint formed between 2 optical fiber either in a field or a factory is known as fiber splice. Okay, so it is basically used to develop the long cable. Okay, because the fiber, as I have mentioned earlier, we fabricate in the length of 4 kilometers. So after 4 kilometers, either I use a mechanical splice or I use a fusion splice, or I might be using the connectors at the terminating end. So fibers are classified into 2 categories. Splicing is categorized into 2, that is fusion splicing and mechanical splicing. So what is fusion splicing? So fusion splicing of a single fiber, it involves the heating of 2 prepared fiber end. I had discussed last lecture what is prepared fiber end. Okay, so that also it will be demonstrated in the video. So you look for the words which you are learning in the theory in the demonstration video, because we are unable to do that. Usually we used to have a workshop in the offline mode, but now we have to work with just seeing a demonstration video. So heating of 2 prepared fiber ends to their fusing point with the application of sufficient axial pressure between the 2 optical fiber. So therefore, it is essential that the stripped fiber ends are adequately positioned and aligned. See, I said we are joining the core. Okay, so I have to strip the fiber of the cladding and the elastic coating. Okay, so that's why it is mentioned stripped fiber end, and I have to position it and align it properly. Otherwise, there will be no continuity in the fiber core. I'll show you a diagram where if there is a misalignment in or any discontinuity, or if the stripping of fiber is not proper, what kind of fiber or splice will be produced. So, and that will cause the loss. So I'll show you one diagram so you will understand why positioning and alignment and cleaning, preparing of the fiber end is essential, because otherwise splicing will introduce loss. Okay, so fiber fabrication ke waqt koi loss nahi tha. I prepared a good batch of fiber, but when I'm trying to join different fibers, because the length is more, I am introducing the loss. So hence the fibers are usually positioned and clamped with the aid of an inspection microscope. See, the fiber is very thin. Okay, so if I try to judge with our eyes, okay, and try to check whether that fiber is aligned or not, it is totally dependent on human being. Okay, so what I have in the splicing machine, this is talking about fusion splicing. So I can monitor the alignment, so with the help of a microscope. So in the splicing machine, the microscope will be there. So I can see whether the fiber is properly aligned or not. So that helps me in reducing the loss due to alignment. Okay, so this is the diagram which is there in the book. So the simple diagram. So here is one fiber. This is the second fiber, and I want to join these two fiber. So this is the alignment, or you can say the fiber holder. So the fibers here right now, you can see it is aligned. And what we are trying to do, once I have prepared the fiber end, I have removed the cladding, I have removed the elastic coating. This fiber end, the cut is 90°. I then align it. Okay, so then I generate a heat. I have to melt it. It's a thermal bonding. Okay, so so there is an electric arc present in the fusion splice machine. So that arc generated will heat this fiber end. It will melt and it will flow outward this side. Okay, and then I will apply a little bit axial pressure. So there is a bonding of this two fiber end, which is actually soft. And then what I will do, I will perform a test, pull test. So I will pull this fiber a little bit outside, so that if the bonding is weak, it will come out. So I come to know that fiber juda hi nahi hai. So this pull test, so I will apply a little bit axial pressure towards the outside, and then the process of fusion is complete. Every splice will introduce a loss. Okay, so we cannot avoid loss. There will be, because it's a joint finally. So there will be splicing loss, but the loss will be low. So later on, when we will calculate the fiber loss and all, so you will see that the scenario that will be given to you is there is a splice every 2 kilometers, or in some numerical it might be mentioned there is a splice after every 1 kilometer. So consider the splicing loss as so and so. So depending on the length of the fiber, utne splices hai, utne losses hai. Okay, so the splicing loss will be there. So even though we have very good splicing machines, still the losses will be there, but we have to take care that the losses should be as less as possible. Okay, so this is how my splicing fusion splicing machine looks like. Okay, so here I have the display. So here everything on the display. So all the alignment I can see. Then the arc is generated, the timer, all those settings, the losses, everything will be introduced. It will be displayed in this particular display board. So this is the splicing machine. Now, and these are the accessories along with the splicing machine. I have this stripper. Okay, it removes the core, not the core, the cladding and the elastic coating. Then I have this tissue kind of thing to clean the fiber. So this is an alcohol based solution. So I will wet the tissue a little bit with this, and I'll clean the fiber. This is the cutter to cut the fiber end exactly 90°. Okay, these are all the patch boards, and this is my splicing machine. So this cutter, this stripper, this alcohol based cleaning solution, and this tissue paper, these are some of the minimum requirement. Whether it is fusion splicing or mechanical splicing, I have to prepare the fiber. So all these equipments are required to prepare the fiber ends. Okay, so that all you can see when we are demonstrating. So this is the arc generated. Okay, so this is the electric arc. Okay, heater. You can see these two candle kind of things are there. And जो alignment sleeve है वो यहाँ पे है और दूसरा यहाँ पे है. Okay, so once you have prepared the fiber, you align it over here, and the microscope is somewhere in this particular area. Okay, so when you are aligning the fiber, इसको यहाँ पे एकदम लाना है, इसको भी यहाँ पे लाना है. Okay, and then in the display, you will get a signal कि alignment है या नहीं. And then you close this. You have to close this lid, and there is a button. Okay, so once you press that button, the electric arc will be generated, and in the display you can see electric arc generate हो रहा है. तो arc exactly real time picture नहीं दिखाएगा, but there will be a indication that arc is generated, the fiber end is softened. Okay, it is fused, and this arrangement will automatically do the pull test. So वो automatically pull करके देखेगा कि fiber join हुआ है या नहीं. Okay, and then what we will do is just see, we have joined the two core of the fiber. So I need the cladding. So what you will do is, before you actually start with the splicing, suppose ये मेरा fiber end है जिसको join करना है. This is the second fiber which I have to join. Okay. Now this patch I have removed the cladding. Okay, and I am fusing the core. But then I should require a cladding later on. Okay, and a protection also. Why protection? Because finally it is a joint, and any joint, you know, it is weak. Okay, so what I will do is, in any one side of the fiber, ये जो white color का portion दिख रहा है, okay, it's a elastic tube kind of thing. Imagine the cap of your pen. Okay, so वो cap just fit हो जाता है. Suppose you have a hollow cap of your pen. Okay, so what you will do, and that cap is little bit big compared to, and the pen is your bare fiber with just the core. So क्या करेंगे, एक side से this tube, okay, I will bring it. एक यहाँ से मैं वो ट्यूब इंसर्ट करके I will bring it and I will keep it. ये मेरा लंबा फाइबर है इधर. Okay, so this I will this alignment tube I will bring it over here. Okay, now once I join the fiber, जैसे ही fusion splicing से the fiber is joined, then what I will do is I'll open this machine. ये machine का lid I will open, bring the fiber, and ये जो sleeve मैंने यहाँ पे डाला है, I will just bring that sleeve in this particular area. Okay, once I bring that sleeve on that particular area, the portion where the fiber was bare, means I had the core, so that protection sleeve now is over here. So that protection sleeve will now act as my cladding. Okay, so cladding, and also the elastic coating क्यों देते थे? For the protection of the fiber. So here, to offer protection to the fiber, this sleeve, suppose ये जो मेरा sleeve है, okay, I have slided it on one of the fibers. So this sleeve will have a little bit rod kind of structure over here, ताकि यहाँ पे जब मेरा वो fiber splicing हो रहा है, यहाँ पे joint है, okay, so since it is that rod which is present, very thin rod, okay, it will be displayed in the diagram. Here you can see this is that part. Okay, so this thin rod is also offering me protection, ताकि यहाँ पे जो fiber joint हुआ है, okay, so it becomes little bit robust. Now ये तो slide हो गया था fiber. I have to stick this protection sleeve. So what I will do, I will remove this protection sleeve को वो joint के ऊपर लेके जाएंगे, and I will introduce ये जो portion है, that area over here. Okay, so ये मेरा fiber है जिसके ऊपर मैंने ये protection sleeve डाला हुआ है, but it was loose. Okay, ऐसा just मैंने वो area में slide करके रखा है. I will close this lead. All this will be displayed in the diagram, but before that I'm explaining. I will close this lead, and little bit again the switches are there. I will apply little bit heat. So due to that heat, this protection sleeve will stick to the fiber core. So immediately core ke baad I have the cladding, and then this rod which is present in the protection sleeve. Okay, so it will offer the tensile strength to the fiber. So this is something about aligning and how the arc is generated in the fiber. Let us see the process. Okay, I'll show you that video. So just again some procedures. When preparing the fiber for splicing, it is necessary to ensure that no damage occurs to the fiber cladding. Any damage to the unprotected glass of the fiber can produce micro cracks, causing the fiber to break during handling, splicing, or storage. Then any contaminants on the fiber cladding or in the grooves. Okay, this is in general about fiber splicing. If I am using mechanical splicing, so V groove is one of the kind of mechanical splicing, it can lead to bad fiber positioning. So I have to see that the cladding is not damaged. Which cladding? जो बचा cladding है, so I am just removing the cladding where I am joining the fiber. The remaining cladding, it should not be damaged. During the splicing process, No contaminant should stick on the fiber. Again, the losses will be there. Okay, then this can cause fiber offset alignment and can influence the fusion process extremely, like bad cleavage angle. Okay, so what will happen due to fiber misalignment, that also I will show you. Now, when fibers are brought together for splicing, some air gaps are present, which are called as gas bubble. Okay, so we should try to avoid this gas bubble, otherwise again it will cause loss. Then the electric arc, which is actually heating the fiber, just see, it should not be intense or it should not be weak. Agar intense hua, the core that is made up of glass, it will melt and it will flow down. Zyada intense hua to. Weak hua to the fiber will not melt only, okay, and then it will not be, it is not possible to join those two fibers. So we should take care of the heat that is generated by the electric arc. So neither too more nor too weak. Okay, so that care we need to take. Now, when electric arc melts the fiber, the glass tends to collapse inward, filling the gap. So this is, suppose I have the fiber like this. And the second fiber like this. Okay, so when the electric arc is generated, it melts and it flows inward. Okay, now in this process, if there is some gap or electric bubble which is present over here, then again the losses will be there. High quality splice requires a reproducible and stable fusion. Fusion arc is influenced by electrode condition. We have to see that when the arc is generated by the electrodes, agar electrodes ke upar hi contaminants hai, so again those contaminants might stick to the fiber. So we have to clean or replace the electrode from time to time. So all these care we need to take. Now this is the figure which is given in your book for steps in fusion splicing. So there are 4 steps. First step is initial setting. So what you do in initial setting is you align the fiber. Okay, so the fiber is aligned. You cut the fiber. Here they have shown with this particular diagram, but when you are drawing in your book, if a short note kind of thing is asked, okay, so you will draw 90-degree slope wala cut. So initial setting is alignment, the fiber end is prepared. And when I'm talking of fiber, this yellow portion, remember it is the core, not the whole fiber. Okay, so this is your first step. The second step is prefusion. Now what happens in prefusion? The arc is generated by the electrode, and here you can see the glass is melting and it is flowing inward. Okay, the third step is fusion. So here you can see I will apply a pressure in this direction. यहाँ पे gap है, ये melt हो रहा है, अंदर की तरफ flow हो रहा है, and then I am applying a pressure. Okay, so all these things should be there in your answer. So once I apply the motion in this particular direction, so the fiber gets fused. So that's why this third step is called as fusion. Now once this is done, what I will do is fourth step is the pull test. So again I'll pull the fiber a little bit outside. Okay, so this is all done by the machine, fusion splicing machine. I have to just give the start button. So all alignment will be there, prefusion will be there, fusion will be there, pull test will be there. And after the pull test, they will display the result, so and so splice loss. When you bring that, open the machine, bring the fiber, put the protection sleeve, heat the protection sleeve so that it gets stick to the fiber. Okay, so initial setting, that is alignment, then prefusion where an electric arc is generated, fusion where the fiber joins, and then the pull test. So these are your 4 steps of fusion splicing. The protective plastic that covers the glass cladding is stripped from each fiber end, which is then cleaned with a special tool, producing a smooth flat end. Because see, when I remove the cladding is made up of glass. Okay, so ये तो तुम लोगों को practically जब demonstrate होता तो I could have shown you better. So as you remove the cladding, you can see on the core fiber एक तो उतना छोटा है, but still you can see that all those glass particles of the cladding will remain on the core. So I need to clean that. Okay. Otherwise, again, that will cause loss. So fibers to be joined are placed in opposite end of the fusion set alignment with this end slightly separated. So that is my initial setting. It is explaining all those 4 steps. A short duration arc is used to soften and for rounding the fiber end. This is called as prefusion. After prefusion, the fiber ends are joined together in the alignment heat. A long duration arc is used to soften both fiber ends, and surface tension causes the softened glass to flow together in a uniform seamless joint. Okay, so the drawbacks we will see later. Now this diagram, I'll just show you causes of faults in fusion splicing. Okay, so suppose ऐसा अलाइनमेंट हुआ है, एक फाइबर इधर है, एक फाइबर इधर है, ओके, आगे पीछे हुआ है. सो आफ्टर दिस जॉइंट, नाउ डोंट से कि मैम इसके ऊपर क्लैडिंग है, दिस इज द पिक्चर आफ्टरवर्ड्स. ओके, सो अगर ऐसा अलाइनमेंट किया है आफ्टर फ्यूजन, यू विल गेट दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग. समटाइम्स व्हाट इज हैपेंड, द कोर इज अलाइन्ड बट जो आउटर फाइबर है दैट इज नॉट प्रॉपर्ली अलाइन्ड. सो दिस इज द structure that will be produced after fusion. Okay, यहाँ पे cladding बाहर से जो है it is same but inside the core position is different. So ऐसा fusion के बाद ऐसा दिखेगा. अगर ये edge properly cut नहीं है, here you can see your total discontinuity will be there. Same thing it appears over here. Okay, so little bit alignment problem of the core. यहाँ पे तो पूरा ही कट है because the core is totally one on top, one on below. So light after it reaches this end, it will be totally lost. यहाँ पे due to this bend, micro bending, some losses will take place, but still the light will go ahead. यहाँ पे the first case and the last 2 cases, total discontinuity will be there. So if we are not doing the process of fusion properly, so losses will be induced. Just imagine we have just fabricated the fiber and we are joining it for long haul communication, and in that joining process we ourselves is introducing the loss. Okay, so that's why remember it was also one of the disadvantage of fiber optics communication when we did it in first chapter, that skilled technician is required to splice the particular fiber. Okay, it looks very simple. Okay, when the students used to do it in lab, was stripping of the fiber cut ho jata tha. Okay, then cutting of that fiber, okay, cleaning fiber, alignment of the fiber, and then again we used to check for the losses. So it requires little bit practice and little bit skill. Okay, so now I'll just show you the video so that it will be clear.
Hello, we are here with all the necessary equipment to work with fiber optics. We have a field strength meter, optical power meters, light sources, and the equipment needed to work with fiber optics. Let's make a video tutorial of the Promax Fusion Splicer. Before starting the fusion process, the first thing to use is a fiber optical stripper. Removes the first plastic layer of the fiber and leaves it clean so it can be placed into the splicer. We are going now to strip the fiber, but before that we have to introduce the fusion protection sleeve to protect the bare fiber once spliced. The stripper has a small hole of about 125 microns that will remove the plastic layer of the fiber. Just introduce it, tighten and slide, and the fiber is now completely clean. Once the fiber is clean, we must use a cleaning wipe with isopropyl alcohol to remove the waste that may remain. The next step device to cut the fiber. We will use a device, fiber optical cutter, which has a blade to cut the fiber at an angle of 90 degrees. We cut the fiber to 17 millimeters. Now, we are going to put the optical fiber into the fusion splicer. We place the fiber into the guide, trying to leave it as close as possible to the electrodes. We close the clamp to hold the fiber. We will do the same process with the other fiber end. Again, we peel the plastic layer of the fiber with the stripper, and we clean the remaining plastic waste. We cut again, and we place the fiber into the fusion splicer. As we can see, fibers are close to the electrodes, but without touching themselves. Once the two fibers are placed, we close the shield. Now, the device shows the fibers on the screen. They are automatically aligned in both vertical and horizontal planes until the cores are centered. Once the cores are centered, the fusion process starts. After finishing the fusion splicer process, the device shows the fusion quality. We can see the estimated loss of 0.01 dB, therefore a lossless fusion. The device also stores date, time, temperature, and atmospheric pressure. We will open the shield, take the fiber, and put the protection sleeve over to protect it. Then we will put it into the heater, close the lid, and it will hit the thermoretractable sleeve. The device will warn us when the process has finished. Here the fusion splice, protected with the sleeve.
Is this clear, all of you, seeing the video? I need to hear yes, no, something.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so that is how fusion splicing is done. So the drawback of fusion splicing is, okay, so that alignment has to be very critical because, you know, for that single mode fiber, the dimension is very small. Okay, so that is one of the disadvantage, right? But we need to take care. Okay, and sometimes what happens is the heat that is generated by the arc, okay, if that heat is more, okay, sometimes it joins, but the fiber becomes weak. Okay, so that is also one of the disadvantage of the fiber. And the tensile strength is also less. Okay, so that happens because finally it is a joint. Okay, so these are some of the disadvantage of fusion splicing. Okay, now coming to the next category of splicing is some called as mechanical splicing. So here I will have जैसे वो tube था ना protection sleeve which was slided over the joint. So that was an external thing. Okay, but the fiber was joined before that. The core was joined. In mechanical splicing, we will have totally an external device. Here we are not heating the fiber. We are not softening the fiber to melt and join. The fibers are separate, but it is not a connector also. Okay, so, but those two fibers are introduced into an external structure, which we will see what is that kind of structure, and that structure will join those two fibers. Okay, so here the fibers are held in alignments by some mechanical means. Okay, might be some various kinds of tubes or grooves or the butted fibers. Okay, so we will see what are those mechanical splice. So in our syllabus, we have 4 kind. First one is called a snug tube splice. So what we have this kind of tube. Okay, now this tube is little bit more in dimension compared to your fiber. Okay, so what we are doing, one end of the fiber we are introducing over here, and the second end of the fiber we are introducing inside the tube. And then what I am doing is I have to join the fiber. So what I will do is, yahan pe there will be a little bit hole, very small hole will be present over here, and I will inject an adhesive, and that adhesive is a transparent adhesive which is called as epoxy resin. So remember, for fiber the transparent adhesive is epoxy resin. Now why we are selecting epoxy resin is, this epoxy resin will come and it will fill up the space that is present over here. Now remember, the core is having a particular refractive index. Okay, so this epoxy resin, which is a transparent adhesive, is indexed matched with the fiber core. Agar index matching different hai, so again there will be loss at this particular joint. So the reason why we select epoxy resin is, this epoxy resin is indexed matched with the fiber core. So there is a small hole in the tube. I introduce the fiber first. Okay, so when the fiber comes over here, then I will inject the adhesive, that is the epoxy resin, and the epoxy resin will come and it occupies the space over here. And remember that epoxy resin is indexed matched. Okay, so the refractive index of the core and the epoxy resin is almost the same. So that this is your mechanical splice. That is the first category, which is called as your snug tube splice. So this method involves the use of an accurately produced rigid alignment tube into which the prepared fiber ends. Okay, so the fiber ends are prepared. How I have prepared the fiber end, that we have seen already in the fusion splicing. ऐसा नहीं कि कोई भी fiber लिया और वापस से डाल दिया. Okay, no, I have to cut the fiber, clean the fiber, 90-degree cutter say I have to cut it, and then I will introduce the prepared fiber over here. Okay, so this snug tube is either made up of glass or ceramic, and it has an inner diameter just large enough to accept the optical fiber. यहाँ पे देखो tight packing है. Okay, so iska diameter of this tube is little bit more compared to the diameter of the optical fiber. Okay, so this is your first category. This is the simplest way the diagram is drawn. Okay, so when I show you a video, you will see that there are some locking mechanism and all, so that this tube does not slide. Okay, and the fiber is not again misaligned. Okay, so this is how in a simpler way in a book I can do it. And here you can see the average insertion loss is 0.1 dB. So quite an amount of loss is introduced with this mechanical splicing. Now the second category is the loose tube splice. Now if you see the first diagram and the second diagram, here also there was a tube, but the dimension, or the, if I take the cross section of this tube, it was circular. And what we said, the diameter is just large enough to accommodate the fiber. Itna bhi bada nahi hai. But here, from the name loose tube splicing, what I have is, I have the dimension here, the cross section is shown. It is a square or rectangular kind of thing. And since it is loose, वो tight snug tube में क्या होता था, fiber को insert करते वक्त I need to take care because the dimension is hardly little bit more. Okay, so while inserting the fiber, it might break. So again, remember for the jacket also we had that loose jacket. So similarly, instead of keeping it circle, I am keeping it a square so that I have those spaces left over here. Now what I do is differently in this process is, पहले स्नग ट्यूब में क्या करते थे, फाइबर इंसर्ट करके then I used to inject epoxy resin. Now here what I do is the transparent adhesive is first inserted in the tube. वो पहले से ही ट्यूब में हम ट्रांसपेरेंट एडेसिव डाल देंगे and then I will bring the fiber over here. So once the fiber comes over here, they are joined in this particular region and you might feel कि ये ऐसा इधर आएगा, ये ऊपर आएगा. What they say, the splice is self-aligning when the fibers are curved. So since the fiber bends a little bit, okay, and it got some space, so the alignment will be naturally, you can see the dotted line inside. So ऐसा नहीं कि वो fiber alignment नहीं होगा, it will self-align itself in this particular tube. Okay, so this is your loose tube splicing, and here the splicing insertion loss is less compared to the snug tube splicing. The next category of loss is slicing is V groove splicing. So in V groove splicing, what we have a plate kind of thing. Okay, so in that plate, this V type groove is cut. Okay, so एक plate है जिसमें already V groove cut है. And what I do is I bring the fibers to be spliced. So one fiber over here, another fiber over here. And then again, I put the adhesive over here. And then once it is joined, so this fiber, it will lay straight in this particular groove. और ऊपर से वापस से I will put a V groove plate. So that ऊपर भी एक प्लेट है, नीचे भी एक प्लेट है, and अंदर ये जो groove है, उसके अंदर fiber present है. And I have again used the epoxy resin. I will show you another diagram which you can see like this. Okay. So I have a V groove like this over here, another V groove over here. So this is the plate and I will bring the fiber over here. I will put the adhesive and I will close this plate. So here you can see the fiber is present over here. R-par hai. Okay, so this is the cross side view which is shown. So instead of having a single fiber joining by a single V groove, what we have, because we have many fibers going in that bunch. So I will have plate with multiple groove. So I can have the multiple fibers over here. I will connect them and again I will close it with another V groove. So I have multiple fiber V groove plate. Okay, so this is the third way in which I can join a particular fiber. The fourth category is called as the elastic tube splicing. Now, what is difference in elastic tube splicing and the other one is, just see the diagram. Yahan pe bhi I have this tube kind of structure, but this tube is made up of an elastic material. Why elastic material? जो पहला वाला था, all the three, it used to be a rigid structure. There used to be no change in the structure of the groove. Okay, जैसा है वैसा ही. It's a hard thing. Now, when I select an elastic material, the dimension of that splice, it can change. Okay, so since it is an elastic material, so it automatically performs longitudinal, lateral and angular alignment, and it splices multi-mode fiber with losses in the range as commercial fusion splicing. And with this particular method, less equipment and skills are needed. Okay, now why less equipment and skills are needed is, अगर तुमने यहाँ पे ये fiber diagram अच्छे से study किया, what you see is, just see the fiber and can you tell me what do you observe in this particular fiber?
A huge gap between this.
Yes.
Huge gap.
Huge gap. That is what you have observed. And anybody else?
Different thickness.
Be loud. I'm not
Different thickness.
Yes. Anybody else? One said huge gap. Okay. So need not I bring the fiber very close to each other. Okay. So accepted. Joshua, did everybody hear what Joshua said? the fiber thickness, just see the fiber thickness. यहाँ पे इसका dimension अलग है, इसका dimension अलग है. All other methods we needed to have the fiber of the same dimension. But suppose I am in a situation where I have to join one fiber with the other fiber, which is totally of a different dimension. So any of those other tubes will not support it. Okay. यहाँ पे losses हो सकता है. Okay, but at least some communication will be there. Okay, so if you face such a situation and you have to join fiber of a different dimension, dimension means the diameter or the radius of the fiber is different. So then we have to go for an elastic tube, because only in the elastic tube the dimension will be changed. So when I'm inserting the fiber, since it is made up of an elastic material, okay, so it will find its space. Similarly, when I'm inserting the other fiber over here, since it is an elastic material, again the fiber will find its space. Okay, so a wide range of fiber diameters can be spliced with this technique, and the fibers to be spliced might not be of the same diameter, but still its axial alignment will be maximum. So here you can see they have shown with this dotted line. Dimension same nahi hai, but still the axial alignment is there. And there is this internal hole which is present. Okay, so the internal hole is of a smaller diameter as compared to the fiber and is tapered at two ends. So this, there is talking of this position. So यहाँ पे tapering है on this side and there is a tapering at this side. So this tapering will allow the fiber to be inserted. So this is the fourth category of splicing. Now see, this is what is something mentioned in your book. Okay. So there are various kinds of splicing, mechanical splicings that are coming in the market. Every manufacturer or vendor will have their own way of how locking, insertion taking place, joining taking place. Okay. So with respect to this, I have some videos of mechanical splice. Just observe how they are joining that particular fiber.
Thank you very much for purchasing and using this product. For using this product correctly, this operation tutorial must be read carefully before usage. After reading, this operation tutorial must be kept in convenient place for users reading anytime. H925 Fiber Mechanical Splicing Operation Tutorial. H925 Fiber Mechanical Splicer Preparation. If the diameter of fiber coating is 0.25 millimeters, the corresponding side of H925 should install white sleeve. Strip the 0.9 millimeters buffer using mylar pliers. The strip length is 30 millimeters. Straight the fiber. Check the fiber if it is damaged. Clean the fiber. Put the fiber into 0.9 millimeters cutting groove of the cleaver. If it is 0.9 millimeters buffer, the retention length of bare fiber is 11 millimeters. If it is 0.25 millimeters coating, the retention length of bare fiber is 5.5 millimeters. Cleave the fiber. Carefully remove the waste fiber. Penetrate the fiber into splicer. When the fiber touch against the limiter, pull the fiber, push forward the tube. When the tube is in place, rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. Fasten the buffer. Prepare the other fiber as the same way. Penetrate it into splicer. Confirm the two fibers matted together. Push forward the tube. Rotate it 90 degrees to fasten the buffer. Remove the key. Fasten the bare fiber. Complete the assembling. H925 fiber mechanical testing result. Press in the key. Loose the bare.
Just a moment.
Penetrates into the fiber optic cable to stripping pliers, benchmarking end. Holding clamp handle, pull out the cable. Check the fiber is damaged. The cable sheath snugly retaining surface incision. Combined guide stripper. Pull out the cable. Check the fiber is damaged. Clean with alcohol fiber. Open guide stripper. The cable cut close baffle. Together into the cutter groove. Cutting the fiber length 13 millimeters. The prepared fiber into covered cold dam until the cable sheath incision close to the leather seat stop bits. Curved tail cable, preventing the cable sliding out. At the same time, remove card buckle under the buckle locking the cable sheath. Other splicing optical fibers. Method with 1, 2, 3, 4 step. The optical fiber from the other end penetrating covered cold joint subsidiary. When the cable sheath incision close to the line, a barrier position. Both sides on the top bend optical fiber. Now that cable continued normal. Curved tail cable, preventing the cable sliding out. At the same time, remove card buckle. Press the buckle locking the cable sheath. Pressure under cold catching cover. To connecting the optical fiber fixing. Pressure line cap. Completed the line connection. Below is the decomposition demonstration. break apart and move away the laser cord.
The entire management and leadership team was.
So you saw how when I showed you the simple theory which is there in the book, okay, and how the actual splice it looks, because this is just explaining you the concept of splicing, okay, and then I just found out 2 proper videos where I could show you the mechanical splice. You can see other videos also. Different companies will have, different vendors will have their own way of looking, but the mechanism or the principle, it remains the same. Okay, so either I have a loose tube or a snug tube, okay, or I have a groove plate where I put the fiber, or I have this elastic tube splicing. Okay, so the principle remains the same. So same thing. Now remember, you might feel that when I started with the definition of splicing, it's a permanent joint. Okay, so that is not a connector. It was a mechanical splice or a tube, elastic tube, which I have slided over that particular joint. Okay, so that also we are calling it as a permanent joint. Okay, it's not a temporary joint. Yes, I can remove that clip and all those arrangements. But remember, when I talk about splicing, I call it as a permanent joint, because what I do is, यहाँ पे मेरा जो fiber खत्म नहीं हो रहा है, अगर connector है तो then I put a connector over here, then I have another connector over here. Okay, so when I talk about the connector, you might have used various connector. There is a concept of male and female mating and all when I'm using a connector in any particular device. But here all those male female parts are not there in that mechanical splice. So it is just creating a tube, a path kind of structure where I put the fiber is secured, it does not come out. Okay, if I pull from one end, it should not come out, and I'm just fixing that structure. And once that structure is there, okay, इसके अंदर से जो वो fiber है, and you have seen the dimension also, very एक पतला सा tube की तरह है, so it will lay over here. So whether I have so many tubes, I will put it in a tray, whatever kind of arrangement, and then I will again put it below the ground. Okay, so that it remains safe. Now, when I talk about connector is something else. So, but connector I will categorize into a non-permanent joint. Okay, so if somebody says fiber splicing, mechanical splicing or connector में क्या difference है? Mechanical splicing is a particular permanent joint. Okay, so different kinds of mechanical splices are there. देखो हम यहाँ से connector connect करके I can connect a coupler, I can do many things with that particular signal. But when I'm making a permanent joint, it is a continuous thing. I'm just relaying the signal at the other end. From one end, I'm relaying the signal through the splice at the other end. So that's why we call it as a permanent joint. But when I talk about the connector, okay, so I can have only one connector, not necessary that I have another second connector. So at this terminating end of the connector, then I can get the signal, the light signal, and then I can connect other components also. Okay, so that depends upon, might be it is the end termination. Okay, so at the end termination, this connector output, I might give it to an photodetector, where it is again converted back to an electrical signal. So agar photodetector hai, last, suppose this is my transmitter and this is my receiver. Okay, so here I will have a connector at the start. Here at the terminating equipment, I will have a connector at the start. But in between, when I am having the fibers, okay, instead of using a connector, I will use a fiber splice, whether it is fusion splicing or mechanical splicing. Okay, so that is up to the particular company who is laying down that particular fiber. So यहाँ पे मैं connector नहीं लगाऊंगी because connectors are costly. Okay, so जरूरी नहीं कि ठीक है हर जगह पे कनेक्टर्स लगा दिया. Okay, and difficult to handle because connector will occupy some particular space. And you have seen the fiber splice. It was all finally a tube kind of thing. Okay, so and that tube, all those many fibers will be there. Suppose I'm connecting it with many tubes. All these tubes I can put it in a tray. Okay, I can again close that particular tray so that it remains concealed because इसके ऊपर again all those soils and all external environment will be there. So in next lecture we will study about the fiber connectors. Okay, so remember the difference because many times the student feel the mechanical splice is nothing but the fiber connector, but it is not the fiber connector. So we stop with the lecture today.